guys, this is Moon Bubble. How are you? So I'm about to go out and do some shopping, and I've just got dressed, but I'm still doing my makeup right now, so I thought I'd like to do a little catch up. Sorry, the lighting is not very good. Hang on, let me just see me. It's not very clear, but I thought I'd like to do a little catch up and kind of like get ready with me sort of thing, so that we can yeah. So what I'd like to say is, don't worry about me like moving around and stuff. I'm in a rush today because I've got some people I know who are about to rush to the airport, and I have to help them do some errands. So I'm going to shopping like right now, but I'm gonna be back from shopping in a few hours. So it's a really big rush right now, so I can't really sit down like today. I can't really sit down and really like talk that much. But anyways, I want to quickly share something, which is a dream that I had last night. So basically, a little trigger warning. It involves the B word, B-U-L-L. Yeah, it involves some it may cause a bit of discomfort, but I would like to share it anyways while I get ready. So I will try to very quickly share you guys what happened. So I was dreaming, so I was sleeping and all that, like my week was going fine, all that, and I had a very nice dream. I dreamed about me at going on this roller coaster ride with some old classmates of mine, and yeah, they're from primary school, and it was very nice because we were having a lot of fun together. It was like one of those water roller coasters, and the thing with high school friends is pretty interesting, because even though you haven't seen them in a long time, you still kind of like, you can still have a really deep connection with them. Don't worry about my hair. I'm like thinking about like how can I get my hair to look better, because it's kind of fluffy today. Maybe I can use some dry shampoo. Yeah, and we were having a very nice time. Sorry, I don't really want to drink the fumes. And then basically yeah, it was all good with high school friends. There's not much to like worry about, and it's all happy and stuff. And then fast forward, mind you, I am not like I'm not really friends with my high school friends, so it's not like a very like, oh, I miss you, I miss her, I miss him, that kind of thing. It was just very casual and basic. And so then I had this other dream, and now there's a trigger warning because I'm now gonna talk about the more the actual serious stuff that I want to talk about. Sorry, it's just the lighting is not very good. The lighting isn't good, sorry. I'm trying to find a better lighting. Is this better? Yeah, this is a bit better. Yeah, so then I had another dream, and then in this other dream, I realized later on this is actually a flashback from something that really happened in my life. So I was in a group project with like 4 girls, and they're all like this really pretty looking girls. They like got hats on, they got like nice looking hair and all that, and they were hugging each other. There's 4 of us. The 3 other girls in the group, they were hugging each other, and yeah, it was very lovely until I realized that I was literally standing next to them. There was 4 of us in the group. They didn't hug me and they didn't look at me, especially the team leader. She didn't hug me, she didn't look at me. She just walked away. And I'll tell you, if you're wondering why I'm like sharing this, I will get to that. So she walked away and then I went over to her. She walked over to her computer and I was like, where's my goodbye hug? Or where's my goodbye? Aren't you going to say goodbye? I was going to say, aren't you going to say goodbye? But when I opened my mouth, she raised her hand and she slapped me across the face. And it was one of the loudest slaps I've ever experienced in my life. Like, I've never been slapped by somebody this hard before. It was like one of the loudest slaps. I don't think I've ever encountered something like this before. Like, no, I don't even dream about this really that much. And okay, so then I was like, whoa, you slapped me on the face. Ooh. And then I told her, I was like, well, so goodbye then. Good luck in life. And I said that, but when I was saying good luck in life, she just waddled away. She was like, her head was down and she was like not listening. She was full on angry. She was angry at me, so angry. So I woke up and I knew exactly what this dream was about. Sorry, let me just it was about the last semester of my university, and I already told you guys in a number of my vlogs how this situation has bothered me, the bullying incident, how it bothered me, how I may seem very annoying. And today's the day, while I get changed and rush to go shopping so I can get home, today's the day I will share the full story. With a bit of, without sharing all the triggering details, but I'm going to share the story of my bullying story, what happened what exactly happened, so you guys can have a better understanding of what happened, or maybe you can even relate to some of it, and so that it won't just be me complaining like, oh, she said this and she said that, oh, it's so annoying. And it's just gonna be me in every vlog complaining a little bit like, oh, that thing really got to me or whatever. So without any filters or any pauses, I will be sharing what happened, all of it, in this vlog today. So don't worry while I'm moving my hand. Maybe I'm in a bit of a rush, but okay, so what started? Okay, what happened? So it first started because I signed into this post-grad degree. So if you guys don't know what post-grad degrees are like, basically you don't need to have, okay, every degree is different, you know, each degree has different like requirements. Like as an example, if you're trying to be a lawyer, if you're studying law, you would have some background in law. Like maybe you get like you might have to get 95% in your high school exams, or you may need to study or have some work experience in the field of law. Just as an example. So the thing I was studying is a content creation related postgraduate degree. It was called something like electronic arts, and it's in the field of design, but it also has music, like production and music as well. So I mainly chose it because I wanted to create better content, and so I chose this modeling subject last term, and honestly I came in very happy, very excited, which is really really sad, because I was really like, I had there were like 2 subjects I was thinking about. I was even thinking about, like, there was one, a very boring one, it's just theory about like you know, just like content and designing. And the other one is the one I wanted to do, which is the modeling one, because as you guys know, like I can't stop my hands, and like I really wanted this cool experience of like, yeah, like modeling something, and like I never done it before, so I thought it would be excited. Okay, yeah, so that was pretty sad because I was really, when I chose it, I pretty much like, I called my mother, I told her how excited I was. So sad to think about it when you're still looking forward to something and you're looking forward to the great experiences, and you were pretty sure, you were like, oh, I was 100% certain that I would be leaving here with great memories and great skills, right? Like you know, this not even skills, but just this great experience of creating something, making something, not here to here. Like I bought these the other day on the street, and like you know, like this cute shop, this cake, I got these really cute stuff, and it reminded me of me. It reminded me of what I wanted to be, and that was the main reason I chose to learn it. However, it was all pretty good. I mean, I didn't do very well. Most of the students there were architecture students. I have friends who do architecture, so I know how hard and how high level and skilled architecture students are. But the subject that I chose last semester, it didn't have a requirement. So that's very important to remember, guys. Remember, there was no requirement to come into this course. So that is the main point. Like, hold on to this fact. Like, there's no requirement, because if there is, I probably wouldn't be doing this course. Anyways, I was doing it, and there's like 3 assignments. The first one and second one are by yourself. When I got to the third assignment, we had to get into groups. As you know, like a group assignment, for those who don't know, a group assignment is where you get with somebody else and you have to do a task, like a test or something, and make something as a project together, and you will be both marked on your final, on your final thing. And so what happened was that I didn't know who to choose. I just wanted to go like random. So I let the teacher pick for me. So basically, if you don't, they have this page called a group page, and basically what a group page is you go into there and you choose the person you want to be in a group with, and both of you have to choose, like there could be like 1 to 10 groups, and you just click 10 and your name will be placed in the group, and somebody else can pick 10 as well, and they'll be in the same group as you. This assignment had two people, so you need 2 people to do this assignment. And so I just let the teacher, so if you didn't put yourself in a group, anyone who did not put their names down will be kind of like assigned to another person who didn't put their name down. And I didn't put my name down, so I just waited for to be put into a group. And so after that, I was randomly assigned to this girl, and then this girl, I think she was a design student. Like, she never done design before, but she had already learned like 4 subjects of design or something like that. Yeah, everything was okay in the first week. Sorry, some of this may be triggering for me to say, so if I'm skipping some details, maybe because I'm feeling uncomfortable, But what happened is that in the first week we discussed what we wanted to do, which was okay and everything, and it was all fine. Now this assignment is pretty stressful because we have to make models and we have to put in the game, and it's really like they overcomplicated the whole thing. But like because she failed one of her previous assignments, so for her this is like a really like big pressure for her. And then so in the first week everything was fine. We said we would come up with ideas. Towards the second week we were discussing like about the storyline of the whole assignment, and then she was kind of texting me. Okay, that was when things started to get a bit wrong. She texted me on the second week of our story, like when we were just thinking about a storyline. She texted me like, are you gonna just let me do everything? That was the beginning of this whole saga. This whole saga. When I saw the message, I told her, you know, instantly I felt like what was happening, like because like we literally already came up with a storyline. And if you guys don't know, she redid the whole storyline herself without telling me, and then she claimed that I didn't do anything. So this is what really happened. But she claimed that because I didn't know it was my fault, and without telling me, she redid the whole storyline herself. Then she claimed that I didn't do anything. This was the beginning of what happened. And then after that, it got worse, because after that I told her, I was like, I feel like every idea I put in, you're not happy with it. That's just how I feel. And then she got angry. She texted me like, this isn't about how I feel or you feel. Said something along the lines of that, and she's like, please tell me your contribution and your ideas. Okay, so I told her my idea, and then she started debating on every single thing I said. I said like, this is my idea, and then she said, this is not an idea. So then I changed it. I was like, then I asked her, what idea are you talking about? And she said, it's the thing I've been talking about all the time, it's a storyline. And that was like, okay, sure, so now we're talking about the storyline, huh? Sorry about my throat. A little bit triggered. And then and I was like, okay, I'll talk about the storyline. This is what I feel, what I want the storyline to be like. 1, 2, 3, 4. I listed it out, texted her. She told me that it did not make sense. My storyline did not make sense when she asked for my storyline. Do you guys get it? Do you guys get it? And then what she claimed was that my storyline was missing the point. And she said it was missing the point because you didn't mention which models we were going to use. And I was like, all right, model, right? Okay, I'll mention the models. So I mentioned a few models. And then she was like, when I mentioned the models in the storyline, she was just like, you don't care about this assignment, do you? It got to there. That was the first day, okay? That wasn't even the worst part. That wasn't even the worst part. That was the first day of when I realized, ugh, I am in trouble. So that was the first day. And so fast forward one more week, we met face to face, and that was like when we had to, you know, decide on like our contributions, like what I was doing and what she was doing and our storyline and everything. And that's when things turned really sour. I got into class, and then I don't even care that I'm sharing this, or if she finds my video. It's something I just want to share about. We met, and we met face to face, and she didn't speak a single word when we met. And then after that, we had to discuss something. And then that's when she started to go berserk. Like, when I say berserk, I actually mean like berserk. Like, she was like, she said that I had to bring the teacher over, mind you. This was when I had to bring the teacher over. She didn't talk a single word until the teacher came over. So I was like, okay, I can't get her to speak out a word. Teacher came over and she became berserk. She was like, she said a lot of accusing things about me, critiquing things about me. She said that she didn't believe me. She didn't believe how poor my skills were and underskilled I was as compared to the other architectural students when I told her that I did music and I only have a music background. I don't have any other backgrounds. She started to say a lot of things about my personal life, which I shared like in the first week, and she started like criticizing my personal life, and she started sneering at it and became very demeaning and started to say, every time I started to talk to the teacher, she said I was ignorant of the teacher, that I didn't let the teacher talk. And guess what the teacher did? She just sat there and then she didn't know what to do. The teacher didn't know what to do. And then so after, the teacher really wanted us to get along, so she was like, okay, you two sit together, stop fighting. Even though I couldn't say a single thing, I wasn't able to raise a single word. And then she said, she claimed she did everything, and she claimed that I didn't do anything, I didn't contribute to anything. When I literally came up with 60% of the storyline at the beginning. She stole my whole idea, made it her own, and claimed I did not do anything. That was what happened. And then she told me after we sat down, she was like, don't you know? And I was like, what? And then she was like, she started making a bunch of weird stories, like saying, don't you know? And I was like, don't I know what? And then she was like, and then finally she said, the fact that we just shouldn't work together. And I was like, why did you not tell me at the beginning of these 5 minutes? You've been just racing around different things, just going around and around and around and around. She's just been going around and around, and she has not said a single word about not working together. When she told me, I was like, oh, I finally got it. And she made me look so stupid when I said, oh, I finally got it. Because that's when I really finally got it. There was a boy sitting next to her. And then the boy sneered at me. Like, chuckled. Like, can you believe her? That kind of thing, like, chuckled at me. So I said, okay, I won't be working with you anymore. I emailed to the teacher, and luckily the teachers felt sorry for me. Everybody in the whole, like, I feel so embarrassed to share this. Everybody in the stream, in the, like, the teachers in the stream all knew, and they all felt sorry for me. And so we had to do the project separately. Okay, and then after that, what happened was that I had to do the project separately, but because of that incident, I felt a lot of emotions. Like, if you have to say I felt okay, I definitely didn't, because this wasn't a case of only like bad teamwork. This was a case of bullying. She literally discriminated me by saying very, very hurtful and judgmental things about me. I felt a lot of emotions. I felt guilt for choosing the subject. I felt guilty for not being skilled enough. I really did. I also felt really, really scared of going back to class, because I knew this last assignment, doing it alone, for me, is actually not easy and pretty hard. And I was scared that if I did not do this last assignment well, then she would make fun of me and just kind of claim that, oh, this is exactly the way I am, and continue to make fun of me. So I cried so much during the last assignment. It wasn't even funny. And the reason why I cried is because I cried when I didn't know what to do next on the assignment, because I cried because I knew that if there was a single thing I suddenly didn't know, usually like I would be solving it very easily, but all I thought was of her sneering at me in the next presentation, because basically we have to do a presentation of our individual projects, and she was going to be there with me. So yeah, that was what happened. And fast forward a few weeks, I finished my presentation. I was going to class, and I went to class and we did our presentations, and I thought I did pretty well, but the teacher wasn't extremely impressed, but it was only because I was not really that skilled. Like, it was true, but imagine having like 5 years of design experience compared to a girl who's never done design before, like me. So they think it's impressive for someone who's never done it before, like, because I'm already working at a very fast pace. I don't know if I passed it, probably not, because like there were a lot of things I didn't get on. But then because there were a few little problems on my final assignment, that girl who made fun of me started talking about me when I was sitting right in front of the classroom at the end of the presentations. Then she started saying how she was right all along, how like she made the right choice of leaving me. That wasn't all. She also said she also claimed that people like me are big fat liars. I don't know, like I'm leaving my opinions out from this story just to give you guys some space to kind of, you know, to kind of ponder on the situation. But and she gathered all these people at the back, and then she started to talk with this bunch of girls at the back. I think that is what triggered me to have that dream. And all the girls were talking about the same thing. They were like, oh, I hate liars like that. Like, you should call them out on the teacher. And yeah, that was the happy story of what happened. And yeah, it's true that I'm definitely a bit, I mean, walking out, I didn't care because, you know, I prepared for that moment. Like, you know, when you like, it's actually not that scary once I already like knew this was going to happen. But luckily I'm not like, we're not seeing anymore. But you know, for me it may have been triggering. I think sometimes the reason I had the dream yesterday of the girl was probably because sometimes when I think about it again, it kind of manifests itself into a dream. I mean, I haven't had a dream about this, but sometimes like when you're in your dream and you relive the emotion, it just came out with the girl slapping me, like Like, I was probably reliving that moment because it was a big reason was that it was a little bit unexpected, especially like because I went in to have a good time, definitely not to be excluded or bullied. I think one part of me wished that never happened. One part of me wished I probably had more support, which I did. I think the teachers gave me a lot of support. One part of me wished that I was supported in the event that someone discriminated me for my underskill, because now talking back to, sorry, I was just looking for now talking back to being underskilled, this subject does not need, like, there's no requirement to what skills, how good you need to be. So I think there was nothing wrong with me choosing to learn it. There was literally nothing wrong, because like it's the school law. It's the school law. So basically I was basically being bullied for being a beginner. She was basically picking on a beginner. I mean, alright, I know it's fair that you guys may be saying like, oh, but you are underskilled. Like, you are not good enough to kind of help out on the assignment. And I get you, girl. Like, I totally agree. Like, yeah, I definitely am not skilled enough. But it's the way that you solve the situation. It's the method that really worried me, because like, okay, I totally agree, I'm definitely not capable enough to help you out on the group assignment. There's nothing wrong with that, and I fully 100% agree with that. But bullying someone and making fun of someone to be separated with someone from a group or whatever, or bullying someone who's just less powerful and has less power, is not okay. Because no matter how you want to see it, we are still a school community, and we're not outside in work, where we are in a in a school community, in a classroom where everyone has responsibilities of being a respectful student, to respect other students, to respect other teachers, because we want everyone to succeed and become better, and to learn and to support each other even. I mean, what is the point of coming to better ourselves? Like, when the original purpose is to help better ourselves, but you're here picking and bullying on a girl who's just new and who's kind of lost. Like, as a fellow student member, you should be encouraging and helping out those who are less powerful, instead of kicking them in the face or slapping them per se. Because like, if I saw a girl who's really powerless, and I have, when I was learning music, there were some people who's never done music before, who's confused, who's look really confused. But did I ever bully them for not knowing music? I helped them. I remember, like, I would help them out, and I would try to make things easy for them to understand. But would I bully them? Would I would I say that you don't know anything? I don't know. I wouldn't. Would you? I wouldn't. So that's why I want to share this, because I want to kind of like get the situation out and let you guys kind of see like since you guys were really curious about it, like why I keep talking about it, this is the full story. This is what happened, and she may be happy with it. Maybe people will be like, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just a thing. But what about me? I'm going to have to live with the memory of being bullied by a fellow student for the rest of my life, and that itself is very inconvenient, and it's not a happy thing. So anyways, that's enough talking for today, and I hope that wasn't too much for you, but I reckon I just want to get the whole story out so you guys can know like, oh, what happened, what really happened. And mind you, you know, I'm okay to share with this now. It's just that when I share stories like this, it's so easy for people to take advantage of me and use this as like a prodding thing. I don't know, it's happened before. Like, people, when I share a part of something I've been through in my life, there's going to be mixed opinions about it. But you know what? I feel like the need to help someone who can relate to this is higher than kind of keeping it in, because for me it's just a small thing, but to imagine of even bigger things and people hide it in is absolutely terrifying. Especially, you know, the most terrifying thing I realized the other day when I was eating was that people can hide behind smiles. Like, aren't you terrified by that idea? The idea that people can literally hide behind smiles. Like, I because as someone who's kind of like, you know, like done a lot of content, seen a lot of people's reactions, it's absolutely true. You don't need to hide, like, because you're a human, and being a human means that you're not a robot, and being not a robot means that you can't have a smile on all the time on your face. So don't hide behind a smile. Don't hide behind a smile. Own up to how you really are feeling, because that may really improve your life a lot more as compared to just not talking about it. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna... Sorry that I keep moving. I gotta go soon, so thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you soon.